Hey, everybody. I want to talk about something today that's a little uncomfortable, not because it's controversial, not because I'm trying to convince anybody of anything, but because it's something a lot of families deal with and very few people talk about openly. And that topic is family estrangement. I don't know your family, you don't know mine, and every situation is different. But there's a question that I have been thinking about lately, and I don't know, maybe you guys have thought about it as well. What happens when you still love someone, but they're no longer a part of your life? What happens? How do you handle that? That's a hard question, especially as we get older. I think when we're younger, we assume our families will always be there, maybe not living next door, maybe not seeing each other for Sunday dinner every week, but we think we're going to still be connected. Then life happens. People move away, people change, disagreements happen, people get married and sometimes their spouses don't want to have anything to do with you. Sometimes feelings get hurt. Sometimes expectations aren't met. And before you know it, the years have gone by. And I've noticed that when family estrangement comes up, people oftentimes want to know what happened. They want to know whose fault was it? Who started it? Who should make the first move? I get that. I understand people are curious. That's just human nature. And we all want neat and tidy endings and clear explanations to everything. But I think the problem is that family relationships are rarely neat. Most of the time, there are pieces of the story that nobody else sees or hears. There are conversations behind closed doors for a reason. And sometimes the hurt goes back for decades. There are misunderstandings that grow bigger and bigger over time. Sadness to all of this because no matter what led to the separation, there's a loss involved. There's a strange kind of loss involved. The person is still alive. They're still out there living their life. And you might know where they lived, you might know their phone number, you might be able to drive past their house and, be reminded of them. And I think that's what makes estrangement so difficult is you may know all of these things, but they're not in your everyday world. There was no funeral, and thank goodness there was no funeral. I think in these cases, we hope that the person is still alive and well, or the people are still alive and well. But there's no moment where everybody got together and said goodbye. Instead, there's just this distance, this slow distance that creeps up. Maybe sometimes it is sudden, but it's often without any real closure. Years ago, I used to think that time would heal all wounds, that time would fix things, but I'm really not sure about that anymore. Sometimes time might help. It might help us to heal. And maybe it gives us an opportunity to look at things differently and have a different perspective. But sometimes time just becomes more time, right? A year turns into 5 years. 5 years turns into 10 years. In the meantime, people are getting older, grandchildren are growing up, birthdays are passing, life is moving forward. And then one day you realize just how much time has gone by. That's really not a judgment, it's just an observation. Life has a way of moving forward whether we are ready for it or not. So, what I've come to realize is that family relationships can be incredibly complicated. And from everything that I have read and learned and heard about online, that's very, very much the case. And there's just so much going on out there that I didn't even dream of. So people can love each other and still be hurt. They can care about each other and still need distance. They can miss each other and still not know how to bridge that gap, not know how to start the conversation. So I guess all of those things can be true. And maybe that's what makes it such a difficult topic to talk about. because there aren't any simple answers. And so often we want simple answers, and life doesn't always give them to us. I do know there are a lot of people carrying around unanswered questions. A lot of people wondering about relationships that didn't turn out the way that they hoped. A lot of people looking at old photographs and remembering happier times. What happens when love and distance exist at the same time? I want to thank you so much for stopping by. If you have found this helpful or entertaining, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel for more outside the box retirement content. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. I'm Marlene with Rebel Retirement, and I'll see you next time. Hey, you guys, please take a look around my channel. I have hundreds of videos on topics including Social Security, Medicare, how to get out of debt, pros and cons of moving, relationship issues, health topics, and more. And all of these videos are based on my experience and what I have learned in retirement. And I know that many people are worried about money in retirement, and this is exactly why Rebel Retiree and I created our just-in-time retirement series. And it's absolutely free, you guys, so it doesn't hurt to take a look at it. It's a mindset-based retirement planning strategy that eliminates waste and aligns your finances with your goals and values. With continuous improvement, you free up your resources to create an abundant retirement lifestyle. So I recommend viewing the playlist on this channel. And to get the full picture, visit our website, rebelretirement.com. And if you are nearing retirement and worried about your financial future, you're going to get a whole different viewpoint. See for yourself at rebelretirement.com.